Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to tackle the clutch on the UForce 1000 XL for the wife. I wanted to kind of just show you guys, this is what we're going to be installing, plus our new primary spring and all that stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys two ways. I'm going to show you guys how to do just the primary, show you exactly how easy it is, and then I'm going to show you how to do the primary and the secondary, and that way you have it broke down both ways in this video and it's not confusing, because the one I did with the 950, even though it's the same as this, it confused you guys. So we're going to do it in a roundabout way, a better way to show you how to do it, and we're going to show you exactly how easy it really truly is to do. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So you're going to have a 10mm bolt here. I'm just going to take that off. You're going to have a 10mm bolt here. So guys, guess my camera was messed up in this one too. I thought I fixed it. So after I noticed this, yeah. So I factory reset my camera and I really think it's fixed now. I don't know. I guess we'll see in the next video. If not, it might be something wrong with it. I don't know. I think I got it fixed. I did some test videos out in the shop yesterday and it didn't do this. So I don't know what I messed with my fingers on there. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's get into it. Take that off. We're going to use a swivel for this one. You could take this tire off, but 10mm bolt down here. Down here on the inside, you'll see it. Now we're going to have two clips. One right here. Just get those off out of the way. And we're going to have another clip right here. Now, you got to finagle this. Can be tricky, but it's not too hard. There we go. All right, now you're going to want an 8mm socket. We're going to use an extension with a swivel, and you're going to want to go around and get your case cover bolts, which is super easy to do. So now we got them all off. This cover will pop right off of here. All right, you're going to need an 18mm socket for this bolt here. Keep in mind, it is lefty tighty, righty loosey. So this is reverse from what you're used to. So you have to turn this left to tighten it, and you have to turn it right to loosen it. You're going to want a 32mm socket. So if you're just replacing the primary, all you will do is pull off this spring, insert the new spring, which we will here in a second, pull out this cam plate, pull out our weights, which we will do. I've showed you how to do this a million times on camera. Pull out our weights, slide in our new weights, put them back down in. When you install them to your clutch, hold on, they must look like that when they're installed. Okay? You also need to mark your primary clutch. If you didn't mark your primary clutch, feel along this outer edge and you will find a stamp mark. That stamp mark must line up to the stamp mark on this sheave here. So I found it with my finger. The stamp mark is right there, so I know our stamp mark needs to go there, and it's only going to go on one way with this hex, so it's going to put it dead center. Okay, and then you'll put it back together, and that's all you got to do for the primary. But if you got the helix and the secondary spring, let's continue to pull this apart. Another common question is, when you pull this spring off or you pull that clutch off, sometimes the spring comes off and so does these. This nylon one goes on last, so the steel one will go on first. This nylon one go on last, then your spring over top of it. We are not using this spring. We're going to use the red spring, which you'll see here in a bit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get that secondary loosened up. Now this secondary nut here is, it can be a 35, it can be a 36. This one here's a 36. But this secondary nut here is lefty loosey, righty tighty. So now we're going to want to spread our secondary. One of these holes is threaded, the other one is not. Put our secondary spreader tool in there. Now it all should come right out. Once you get it off of there, pull the spreader off, pull that spreader tool off, then out comes everything. Make sure your belt goes on exactly the way that it came off. If it's brand new, it doesn't matter. And now here's the stock secondary, okay? If you got some miles on your machine with an OEM clutch kit or another clutch kit, I do recommend replacing the belt before you put my kit on. That will give you the best, smoothest takeoff. So you're gonna wanna slide your secondary right over there. Put our tool on like that, that on there, put that nut on there, run that nut down. Now, this is a key critical moment. When you push this to tighten it, you only want to do enough to where you relieve the pressure on the key. Because if you go too far, you will jam it down on the shaft and you will fight with it. So don't do it too far, just enough to relieve the pressure on the key. Okay, or on the snap ring. Now we can go ahead and pull this apart. Sometimes it'll get stuck. It's normal. That's how these secondaries are. They get stuck sometimes. Now your keyway, don't forget your keyway, it's gonna drop right down in the center. It does it every time. I'll show you where that goes here in a minute. This thing has been used a lot. I use this thing a lot. Pull that off of there. Pull our clutch up. Be careful when we pull our clutch up because our keyway is hidden down in there. It's gotta be. Yep, there it goes. Fell out. Set it back down. All right, now we're gonna get the R.N.G. Performance spring, R.N.G. Performance Stingray mods. And this time we're going with C1. I will tell you where to clock it to on a piece of paper which comes with your clutch kit. We are using the big tire helix on this one, and we're gonna clock it at C1. We wanna put our keyway down in there, put that back on there. Now here's a critical moment too. When running this down, you need to run it down straight. Mine may run down crooked because, well, this thing has been used on so many clutches that it is bent all up, but we'll manage. I need to get a new one. I've had a lot of clutches apart on this one. Once you get close, it'll go right down on. Gonna run it down like that. We're going to turn it and line up our keyway to drop our key down in there. There we go. Got it flush. Now we bring our helix back up. We clock it. We drop it back down. Whoop. Drop it back down. All right. Got it dropped down. Now we put our keeper back on, our snap ring. Just like that. Now bring it back up. Go around it. Make sure everything's good. Alright. That looks like it's in place. Now we can pull that apart and our secondary is done. It's super easy, guys. Some of you guys are intimidated. Don't let it be intimidating. I do sell these tools on my website. I also have a primary clutch holding tool that I sell on my website, which is R.N.G. Performance tool. There we go. There we go. So there is the big tire helix installed. And we're going to see what she does. All right, so now we want to take our helix, or our secondary, and get it right back down on that shaft. I'm going to pull it back out. We're going to spread it so we can get the belt on there. So use your spreading tool. Belt down in there. There we go. Might have to spread it some more. Spread unspread it some more. All right, here we go. Got it on. Now we can unspread it. Get our new spring, put our new spring up in there. Get our secondary. Remember, we got to find that mark. All right, there's my mark. My mark was right there, so I know that it's got to go right like that. There we go. Yep, mark is in the same spot. Get the nut on. Okay. Now we can spin that secondary. There we go. That belt's where she needs to be. There you go, guys. It's that easy on the UForce. It's the same exact way on the UForce 1000 as it is this XL. It's super easy. I mean, if you guys want the best CFMOTO clutch kit for your side-by-side, www.rngperformance.net. Keep in mind, we will help you over the phone to install. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. We will video you. We will do whatever we can, whenever we can, at almost any time of the day to help you get through an install or some sort of an issue that you may have or a question. We understand not everybody's done this every day of the week, so they may have questions. They may come across something they're not sure about. We will help you. No other company can match that at all. You just don't find customer service like that unless it's at R.N.G. Performance. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned to this build because we do have tires. We've had them. You guys are asking, but we've had them. We actually bought those tires and wheels before we even bought this. So peace out. God bless. We'll see you in the next one. CFMOTO, fix that!